There is a specific moment that happens to almost everyone at some point in their 20s or 30s. You are sitting somewhere, maybe at your desk, maybe in your car after work, and you have this sudden clear thought. I need to get serious about money. I need to actually start saving. I need to figure this out. And you feel it genuinely. It is not just a passing thought. It feels like a real turning point. And then nothing changes. Not because you are lazy, not because you do not care, but because there is a psychological mechanism operating underneath your financial decisions that nobody ever explained to you. And until you understand it, every plan you make, every budget you start, every savings goal you set, all of it will keep running into the same invisible wall. My name is Nick, and I spend way too much time thinking about money, behavioral psychology, and why people who genuinely want to improve their finances keep ending up exactly where they started. Hit that subscribe button if you want the honest version of personal finance. No motivation speeches, no vision boards, just the actual mechanics of why this keeps happening and what to do about it. The trap has a name. Economists and psychologists call it present bias. But the way it actually works in your daily life is much simpler and much more insidious than the academic term suggests. Here is the core of it. Your brain is not one thing. It is two competing systems running simultaneously. One system thinks about the future. It understands compound interest. It knows that investing $300 a month for 30 years builds real wealth. It can do the math. It genuinely wants financial security. Call this your planning brain. The other system only cares about right now. It feels the discomfort of transferring money out of your account today. It wants the dinner out, the new shoes, the slight upgrade to something that makes this week feel a little better. It does not experience future consequences because future consequences are not happening right now. Call this your present brain. Here's the problem. When it comes to making financial decisions, your present brain almost always wins. Not because it is smarter, because it is louder. The discomfort of spending $300 on something enjoyable today is concrete and immediate. The benefit of having $300 compounding in an index fund for 30 years is abstract and distant. Your nervous system responds to concrete and immediate. It barely registers abstract and distant. This is not a character flaw. This is not a discipline problem. This is how human brains evolved. For most of human history, the future was genuinely uncertain. Saving resources for a tomorrow that might not come made less sense than using them today. The present bias that feels like self-sabotage when you are trying to build a retirement account was actually a survival advantage for most of human evolution. Your brain is working exactly as designed. It is just designed for a world that no longer exists. Let me give you a number that will make this feel real. Studies show that when people are asked how much they would need to be paid to wait 1 year for a sum of money, the average answer implies a discount rate of over 100% annually. Meaning people value money today at more than double what they value the same money a year from now. That is not a small bias. That is a fundamental rewiring of how future rewards are processed in the brain. And it applies to every financial decision you make, whether you are aware of it or not. Now here is where it gets really important. Present bias does not just affect your spending. It affects every financial decision you make in ways that are almost impossible to notice in the moment. Think about the last time you said, "I will start saving more next month." That felt like a real commitment when you said it. Your planning brain was fully engaged. Next month felt like soon enough. But when next month arrived, your present brain took over again, and next month became the month after that. Research shows that people consistently predict they will save significantly more money in the future than they actually do. Not because they are lying. Because in the moment of making the prediction, the future version of themselves feels more disciplined and more motivated than the present version actually turns out to be. This is also why windfalls disappear. You get a tax refund. You get a bonus. You get an unexpected chunk of money that you fully intend to save or invest. And then somehow 3 months later it is gone. Not on one big thing, just on 100 small upgrades to the present. A slightly nicer version of something you needed anyway. A few dinners that felt reasonable at the time. A purchase that felt like a treat you deserved. Your present brain took every one of those opportunities and won. There is also a version of present bias that shows up in debt. People carry credit card debt at 22% interest while simultaneously keeping money in a savings account earning 2%. Mathematically, this makes no sense. The rational move is obvious. Pay off the credit card immediately. But the present brain experiences paying off debt as loss, money leaving. while it experiences keeping savings as security, money staying. So people hold both simultaneously for years, slowly bleeding thousands of dollars in unnecessary interest, because the present brain cannot process the future cost of that decision in a way that feels real. There is another version of this trap that shows up specifically around income increases. Every time your salary goes up, your present brain immediately begins scanning for ways to spend the difference. Before the first paycheck with the new amount even arrives, your lifestyle is already quietly expanding to absorb it. A slightly nicer apartment that is only $200 more per month. A car upgrade that finally feels justified. A few subscriptions that seemed unreasonable before but are fine now. Each individual decision is completely reasonable. Together, they ensure that every raise you ever get produces zero improvement in your financial position. Your income grows. Your savings rate stays flat. This is lifestyle inflation, and it is present bias operating at the exact moment when you have the best opportunity to change your financial trajectory permanently. Now let us talk about the version of this trap that is hardest to see, the identity version. This is where present bias becomes truly self-reinforcing and genuinely hard to escape. Over time, if you have repeatedly set financial goals and not followed through, your brain begins to update its model of who you are. You become someone who tries to save but does not. You become someone who starts budgets and stops. You become someone who means to invest but never gets around to it. And once that identity is established, your behavior aligns with it automatically. You do not need to consciously decide to skip the savings transfer. It just does not happen because it is not what someone like you does. This is the part that makes present bias so dangerous long-term. It does not just affect individual decisions. It shapes how you see yourself as a financial person. And that self-image then makes every future attempt harder because you are fighting both the immediate discomfort of the decision and the deep-seated belief that you are not the kind of person who actually follows through. So how do you break it? Not with motivation, not with a better budget app, not with a more detailed spreadsheet. You break it by making the decision once instead of every day. This is the entire logic behind automatic investing. When you set up an automatic transfer to an investment account on the day after your paycheck hits, you are removing the daily decision from your present brain entirely. The planning brain made one decision once. The present brain never gets a vote because the money is gone before the present brain even notices it. This is not a hack or a trick. It is the direct application of what behavioral science actually tells us about how human decision-making works. The people who successfully build wealth are not people with more willpower. They are people who set up systems that do not require willpower. They automated the behavior that their present brain would otherwise block every single time. Start with one automatic transfer. Whatever number is genuinely sustainable for your actual life right now. $50 a month. 100. 200. The amount matters less than the automation. Because the automation means your present brain loses the fight before it even starts. And over time, as that account grows, something else happens. You start to see yourself differently. Not as someone who tries to save, but does not. As someone who saves. That identity shift is worth more than any single financial decision you will ever make. Your present brain is not your enemy. It kept your ancestors alive. But it was not built for index funds and 30-year compounding horizons. Stop trying to argue with it every day. Just build the system that makes the argument unnecessary. Then let time do what time does.